Yo, what's up, Cashville? You know what I'm saying? I'm G-Child the Boss. This the homeboy East Styles. You know what I'm saying? We taking this time to bring to y'all how important the campaign is and, you know, the election that's going on. Y'all been seeing the posters, the banners, everybody, y'all, every neighborhood. You can't miss it. People running for judges, the DA, you know, circuit judge, whatever, man. Everything's going on right now, and want to bring to you how important your vote is in our community. You know what I'm saying? And me and East Styles teamed up. I got a special person, a special guest finna call home, and he gonna talk to you from the penitentiary and let y'all know, man, it's not really a game, man. It's really life or death right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, with what's going on out here, how people can stand in line for 6-7 hours, man, about a pair of tennis shoes, or we can stand outside the nightclub. But when we got a brother and a cousin is in the courtroom or fighting from the penitentiary every day for their lives, man, and we're not even aware that we got a say so right now. You know what I mean? People taking the time out to come ask for your vote, show up at your church, show up at your community, and you know, throw barbecues and all this. But is these people really benefiting our community, or are they really just showing up because they want our vote? Let you know how important our vote is. But we're gonna get into that. I got a phone call. I'm gonna hit the booth real quick as soon as I get my phone call. But right now, just to let you know, from all angles, you know, I might ask my homeboy East Styles what he might have to shed some light on as far as the election and what's going on in the city.
I think the most important thing is that, you know, in every city, you know, it seems like, or at least every time a voting cycle comes around, a lot of people focus their attention and their efforts on the national elections, you know, and those are important. But if you really want to make a change in your community, in your hometown, you got to take the time to get out and vote locally. You know, for the judges, for the congressmen, for the senators, for the DAs, you know, just every individual that you're capable of voting for, you know. And when you do this, you got to really take the time to go and research and see, you know, what it is they're really standing for. You know, if it's congressmen or senators, you need to go back and check their voting history, see what they actually voted for. That way you can get a clear understanding of what their values are and what's important to them. As far as, you know, judges and stuff like that, obviously you can't go back and see their voting record, but, you know, you need to see what they did as lawyers, you know, what kind of defenses, I guess, they put up for their clients, you know, what kind of clients they represented per se. You know, it's just important, you know, you got to look at, you know, who's financing their campaigns, you know, who's putting money behind them, you know, because, you know, regardless of what anybody will tell you, you know, the people financing campaigns are going to have some type of influence over congressmen or senators or judges, you know, things like that. So, you know, you just got to be mindful of, you know, who's financing these people. You know, is it the, you know, for a judge, is it the private prison complex that's financing them? Is it, you know, do they have stocks in the prison systems? You know, these are important questions to ask. So it doesn't really matter, you know, who you vote for. Just make sure you're aware. Well, it does matter who you vote for, but make sure that you're aware and you know, you're aware of their values and make sure that they align with your values, whatever they might be. You know, right now you got judges, you know, across the country, and I'm not saying that this applies to any of the judges here in our hometown, but you got you know, judges across the country that's going to jail right now because they're getting caught selling kids or you know, kids and grown-ups, and they're giving them these, you know, 15, 20 years on, you know, non-violent offenses, but they're giving, you know, pedophiles 3 years. So, you know, you got to look at what's actually going on. You got to look at the statistics of, you know, who's going to prison, you know, right now in our country, you know, we got 4, 5, 6 million people that's in the prison system. You really got to be mindful of, you know, who we vote as judges. You just got to really pay attention to that and do your research and make sure that you're not voting, you know, to put somebody in office who it's in their best interest, because they might have investments into these prison systems. So it might be in their best interest to give somebody 20 years because, you know,
that's how they're making their money.
Right. You know, they're getting kickbacks. They're getting caught all over the country right now. So, you know, it happens everywhere.
So it's very important, yo. So we're going to take this opportunity. I'm going to get that phone call. We're going to get to the booth. But, Joey Kimbrough. Yo, Fridge.
What's up, bro?
All right, I got you, man. I got you on speakerphone, man. What's going on with you, though?
Man, it's no motion, man. Ain't no idea. Just taking one day at a time, bro.
Yeah, man. I know that's right. So check us out, man. What's on your mind today, though?
But I really want to get into, man, politics with you on some things, man. About this upcoming election going on, bro.
Talking about the upcoming election in Nashville, Tennessee, right? As far as the judges and the circuit judges and all that stuff.
Right.
Okay. Well, go ahead and speak, homie. What's on your mind?
Man, it's really, man, you know, I was sitting there thinking of something, man. When I heard about it, I got excited, man. I heard about who was running and what was going on. And I feel like it's a time for our community to really be able to step up and have a voice, you know. It's not often that we as the community be able to talk and speak on things, but, you know, I mean, it's very important, and I feel like we should take advantage of the opportunity.
Okay. You talking about the advantage of the opportunity of letting people know how powerful our vote is, right?
It's very powerful, especially in the inner city, man. When I'm talking about neighborhoods, I ain't just talking about the surroundings. That's okay, but we want them to go out and vote too. When they come to the inner city, if you look around, we the ones that get the majority of the time going to court, and we the ones that is in the struggle a lot. So, you know, with us having to control our future like that, we want somebody in there fair. You know what I mean? So I feel like that everybody deserves a chance, man. And, you know, some people that break the law, they go to jail, and that is what it is. But we want freedom, justice, equality, just like everybody else. It shouldn't matter how much money you got or how rich or poor you are. You know what I'm saying? We all deserve a chance.
The law is the law, right? No matter who you is.
It's black and white.
Right. Well, man, right now, if you would, man, just for a couple of people who ain't updated up on who's running and you know what I mean, any of the candidates and everything, who you feel like probably would represent best for the people in our community and understand what's going on at the same time with the system and see how bogus it is and how they been in it for certain people.
But you know, with being a judge, man, comes great responsibility. The main thing is to be fair. But you know, when I look around, you know what I mean, I just want to educate our community on what really been going on. We ain't been getting a fair share. You know, a lot of people won't speak on it, but I will speak on it. And I feel like when it comes to district attorneys and things, you know what I mean, I really don't too much get off into that because the DA can only do what the judge allows them to do. They all supposed to follow the law, but in my opinion, it's best for us to vote Joey Kimbrough.
Joey Kimbrough.
That's why I feel like our community should go out and vote, because it's not about Joey Kimbrough using favoritism towards us, because we break the law, so every action is a reaction, but it's more about having a fair opportunity, man, and you should get in trouble just like anybody else, or fight your case the same way anybody else can fight it. And you know, in the past, we ain't been able to do that.
Right. And it's been going on for years and years on, to be all the way honest. But it's like right now, being out here in the city streets of Nashville, man, I see a lot of posters. I see a lot of, like, it's real big, and for it to, all my life living here, never really seen or paid attention, but it's something about this here election that really feel like it's very, very important. I'm talking about to the point where if you're a convicted felon and that got something to do with why you're not voting or what's going on, look here, we got to take the time to grab your mother, your grandmother, your cousins, your aunties, because it's like give them a ride, do whatever we need to do. Let's carpool, let's make it down there, man, because don't wait till it's your family that's on trial and they got that big old football number, man, for the same thing that Jimmy Earl did, and he got away with 2 years in the penitentiary and came out on papers, and he's out to see his family, man. And it's the same exact crime, but it just don't fit it out, the way it should be. So don't wait to complain, and then, it's too late then. Like, the time is now. So when did you hear about, when do the voting in the election start? When can people start voting?
I know the early voting going on right now. I talked to my moms and stuff, and she the one that told me about what was going on, about this George was running and things. So I just want to open the community eyes and let them know that when you see those judges and you see those DAs that's running for these positions, you got to know that these people been around for a long time. They've been in law for a long time, but they only come when they need our votes. And I feel like you see them in churches, you see them making walks, but they could have been doing that. Alerting everybody about what can put you in the penitentiary. They can do the same thing every day, day in and day out, but we don't see them until it's time for when they need our votes. And let you know the community votes matter. That's why they're in y'all community. They're going out there, they're going to y'all churches because y'all votes do matter. And you got to know these are the same people Monday through Friday that's tearing families apart.
Right, right.
I mean, every action there's a reaction. When you break the law, you're going to jail. But at the same time, there's women in prison, there's men in prison. Don't just look at, okay, this person's been a judge for a long time, because a lot of cases get overturned, and you don't see that in the news so often. You just see that person that did such and such crime. So you always got to look at both sides of it. Just so the judge and the DA been doing this for a long time, because in a lot of cases they had overturned that we don't pay attention to, because I was one that didn't pay attention to it. You feel me?
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey. Real talk, man. That's something that we gotta go out here and make a change to do. So, look here, man. As far as the prison system and what's being ran right now, like, what do you got some input or something to shed some light on that situation as far as what's going on right now before we can go ahead and sum everything up?
Man, first of all, man, I want to tell everybody, the kids, adults, and everything, prison is no place for no man or woman. But at the same time, we got to realize that we can't glorify prison. So when we come out there, we got to alert our community on what's going on in prison, whether it's the food or how we being treated. It's like everybody got on free such and such church. That's cool and all, but we even in prison also need support. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, man, people live hard in prison, but you don't see that because it's one of their main forms of income. So the longer they can keep you in here, that's what they'll do. But to them, you just a number, man, and don't nobody need to be in prison, man, and I pray don't nobody come to prison, you know what I'm saying? But, prison is tough, man, people glorify it every day, but I take it as, it's something I don't want to do anymore.
Right. But there it is, man. Let's give a little last finishing statement, man. Anybody that you may have left out or things, so just one more time, just a closing statement as far as how important this vote is and what we need people to do, man, and you know what I'm saying, what direction we need to go in right now.
Man, first of all, man, I want y'all to go out and vote Smith Kimbrough, man. She'll be good for what this city needs to turn around, man. You feel what I'm saying? We blind to a lot, man, and our people as a whole, man, we so caught up in whatever we doing at concerts, man, the same way we fill them lines for concerts, man, that costs money, man. We can fill them same lines to make a change in all our lives, man. So I just want our community to come together, man, especially the inner city, where I'm talking from Joe Johnson to Edgehill to West Nashville, East Nashville, South Nashville, North Nashville. We need to be the ones that go out there, because we the one crowding them courtrooms Monday through Friday, man, with our life on the line.
Yes, sir.
We need to be the ones to make a difference, man, because they put things in front of us, man, whether it's tennis shoes, TV shows, CDs, and it's all cool. But they know that that's what's going to distract us from going to the polls. You know what I'm saying? They know this is come out on this day. We don't crowd the mall, but we ain't going to crowd the schools and the libraries and stuff, man. So we need to make a change, and we got to start now, man.
There it is. Simple as that, man. Look, at this G-Child, this Big Fridge, man, listen, we asking y'all, if y'all can go out there and take a seat, sit outside City Gear, or not just shouting out City Gear, any mall for a new pair of Jordans, stay there 7-8 hours, man, or 6 that morning to the next morning. Man, show the same love with this because it could be you in your court. That could be you in the courtroom. It could be your family. It could be you next. I mean, and if we don't take this step to make a change now, man, hey, we ain't got nobody to blame but ourselves. Cause we do got a power, and our vote do count, man. So you know what I mean. Let's go out there and make it happen, man. Big homie, Big Fridge.
What's up, G-Champ?
Man, that's love, man. We're gonna go out here and make it happen, man. And look, we need y'all to share this link, man. Share this link. You know what I mean? You'll share my video. You'll share the next person video. Push it like your own product. Look, the same thing. We need that love. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sean Gotti. Shout out to Bezel Gang. You know what I mean? Shout out to City Paper. Shout out to Younger Nade. You know, Have Mercy ENT. Tico Outlaw. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man, we need y'all. We need everybody's pull and fan base to push it, because this message is very important. Very important, man. So showed up. There it is, homie, man. Hey, I'm going to get back up with you in the fruit, homie, all right?
Yeah, do that, fam. Appreciate this.
Man, I always love, man. Bet.